Hi, and welcome to episode number 3 around the art of multi-site Kubernetes. So, last episode we looked at a standard Kubernetes cluster and how to extend that with CSI in order to provide it with storage. So today we will be looking at a severed environment. So two separate Kubernetes clusters in two different data centers, each backed by their own storage array. And we will see how we can actually make this work. So first thing that, of course, we needed to do was install a CSI driver. So out here, I have a CSI driver. And of course, on this side, I will need the same thing. Right, so out here, I also have a CSI driver. And basically what they allow you to do is you come in with the YAML code, you actually tell CSI to deploy storage, it will talk through an API to the storage array, surface it up, and it's ready to use for the developer. So completely self-serviced. But now if you have a workload that has been deployed, you obviously need to have that replicated across and surface it up here, right? If you want to survive total failure of one of the sites. So what you need for that is a new or an additional module called CSM. So out here, you need a CSM module. Of course, you need it on this side as well. So that's called CSM replication. It's here as well, CSM replication. So what it will allow you to do is it has an additional tool to actually manipulate how you replicate across. So this additional tool is called repctl. So repctl is basically our way of, from a command line, talking down to the API into CSM. So what you also install as you install CSM replication is another storage class. So if the storage class here was named storage, you might name that storage class storage minus replicated. So that indicates that whenever a developer carves out storage using the storage class storage array minus replicated, the CSM and CSI module, they will know that it is supposed to be replicated to the other side. So if a developer comes in, here we have a developer, once again, he comes in and he deploys here a container workload, and that container workload needs persistent storage. So he requests for a PVC, of course, that sits as a PV in here that gets deployed from the storage array, all by CSI, right? The way, because CSI talks down here. But this time he didn't just specify the storage class. No, he specified the replicated storage class, which means that CSM will spring to life and understand that, oh, this storage class actually is replicated, which means there's replication going on between these two storage arrays, and now it is capable of replicating this volume to the other side. So this volume now gets replicated in here, right? So that's one thing that it will do. Another thing that CSM will do, and CSM, they will talk to each other as well, right? Because it's now being replicated, it will also proactively surface up this as a PV. So it's like a standby storage. It's already there, it's ready to go, basically. You can't write to it now because it's being replicated, which means writes are coming in from the other side and it's constantly being synchronized with the original data that occurs here. So what happens if we have like a complete site failure? So let's fail a site. So let's say this site is now gone, right? There's an issue. This site has disappeared. And now I need to recover my workload. Basically, all that you need to do is you use repctl. Let's use a different color, right? So you use repctl, and using repctl, you will talk down, or actually through CSM, right? You talk down to the storage array saying, okay, that site is gone. Please break the replication, make this read-write enabled. Once you do that, the PV becomes read-write enabled automatically. And all that you basically need to do now is for your developer to do the same thing as before and use the same YAML code to actually deploy his container here. So container 1 gets deployed here, and as he deploys it using the same YAML code, he will discover this PV already sitting here under the same name as over there, which means he can now automatically claim this into a new PVC and the app resumes running. So that's basically how you can fail over from one data center to another in case that you have separate Kubernetes clusters. So that covers it all for this episode. Please join me for the next episode where we will actually be stretching a cluster across different sites. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.